Morning, guys. Today, I feel that I should be speaking on a topic which is pest management, and I am in specific to connecting this with the organic certification because I'm as a food assessor in the food assessing or certification work. So it would be in a kind of point of making the FBOs who are involved in such activity what it is or the requisite that they need to maintain in their facility to make sure that there is a requirement fulfilled and food is being safe. As we know the concerned organic definition, what it is, do we know about that? Because in the definition itself are concerned where the food itself is being produced without chemicals, or we say without fertilizers, with ecological balance to the environment, and at the same time with respect to the animal welfare. So there are definition there, and it's clearly given there where it says that no chemical. So when you are using pest, logically speaking, management, the eradication point, or if any kind of infestation do happen, which is also cannot be avoided by nature's circumstances, because these are food. Now when you're doing the food management activity, it is very important that if either you are doing it in house or you are taking a subcontract from out house. So there are two things here. It would be better to make sure that you take it from the experts, my opinion. But at the same time, it doesn't mean that you cannot do it in-house by getting someone who is knowledgeable and is an expert in pest management. And inside this concerned activity, how do you go about it? Now, chemicals, as per the standard or the regulation, or you say any standard, it says that it should not be in a process where the concerned chemicals which are applied on a certain location does not become or does not become a contamination point to the organic product. But how do you maintain that organic integrity in that product? So if it is applied outside, external of the facility, ensure that there is no loophole on which this concerned chemical could come into the facility and affect the concerned product. Next, this chemical issue, when you say this, is that make sure that if you're doing it for the external, it should be also in such a way that you are able to check which all chemicals are being approved to be used, because there is a list of chemicals according to the Pesticide Act. So you need to check that. The same thing is that inside the internal area, please don't do it, because most of this 100% of these products have a very good tendency to absorb what is there inside the air, and this will result in our main aim in giving consumers safe food. Next, inside the internal areas, you could put pheromone traps, you could put pesto flash, you could put rodent baits. And when you put in the rodent baits, make sure that it would be better to go for the gum type, because if you do tend to use the robin cake, which would be better to be put in on the external, this pest in by chance could have taken this, and if it is a sack bag, or maybe these are materials kept in the raw material area, could even take this and put it inside there. So be careful in this kind of thing. And there are certain things like rodent, the sound system of the sonic system, where it will immediately drive it off. And in most of these places, even if it is involved with spices, they do have a natural repellent system. So try to find a way where chemicals are not used inside the facility. External if used, ensure that these chemicals does not affect the materials inside. If it is in-house, make sure that the person who is in charge for this is being trained and he is in knowledge of what are the requirements for internal and external, and he makes a random checks once in a while. Next, if it is an external pest management services, make sure that you do random checks on him also. And at the MOU that is signed between yourself or the subcontract agreement, make sure that it is stressed that this is an organic unit, no chemicals to be used inside. Make sure to do. Have a nice day. Take care.